In the second example, we're given two masses, 300 kilograms on the left, 1,200 kilograms on the right. We're told that the gravitational force between them is 1.07 times 10 to the negative third newtons. Again, very low because gravity is a fairly weak force. And we want to calculate the center to center distance between A and B. How far apart from one another are the centers of those two objects located? So much like we do in our typical problem-solving methods, we're going to list everything that's known. So we're given the gravitational force. The masses are 300 and 1,200 kilograms respectively, and as always, the gravitational constant is 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11th. I can quite simply plug that into our universal gravitation law, plugging in the force on the left side, plugging in what's known on the right, and then we just have to very carefully solve for r algebraically. So I'll walk you through my steps. So I multiplied both sides by r squared, and again, there's a few different ways you could go about this, but I multiplied both sides by r squared to get r squared on the other side and out of the denominator. Then I divided both sides by the force of gravity. Be very careful in plugging this into your calculator because the 1.07 times 10 to the negative third, it really needs to be in parentheses if you're going to plug it in your calculator. Make sure you're not dividing by 1.07 and then multiplying that result times 10 to the negative third. So algebra is really the biggest issue with an equation kind of as complicated as this. So once I do that, I'll find that r squared is, I don't know because I didn't actually solve that out. But anyway, r squared is whatever that value is, and then I have to take the square root of that entire thing. And if I do so, I should find that the center to center distance must be 0.15 meters or 15 centimeters. Either one of those is an acceptable answer. All right, so if you need to find the distance between these objects, you just have to be careful with your algebra. You have to have good bookkeeping, as I say, but otherwise, using universal law of gravitation for two objects is a fairly straightforward method. Just be careful with your algebra.